Chat, welcome in everyone. How we all doing tonight? No, I don't watch DeFranco a lot. That was very DeFranco entrance. Hello, Will. Hello, Cosmic. Hello, everyone else lurking about in chat. Hopefully your Sunday is treating you well. I am still incredibly frustrated by issues with audio. I still do not hear anything going on the stream. I'm not wearing any earbuds tonight because I wasn't getting any audio out of my earbuds. I changed some other audio things around. Hopefully it's not too bad. I will definitely check the VOD tonight. But you should be able to hear this fan a bit more, this board a bit more. Hopefully you're not hearing that. Maybe I should add this. There, is that better? It is my normal mic. I have changed a few things around, mostly dealing so you can actually hear my cutting board over there. That works over there. That works over there. Maybe you're hearing a little too much echo from board to stove, but hello, Castro. Let's make some coffee. Let's get coffee back on the heater to make sure it's warm. Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me well. You're probably getting some echo from this right now. I don't know why it's doing that. Well, we'll see. We will see. don't think the glass is warped. The board it needs a little help. I've cut into it enough over the years that it's getting a little bit of a dip, but
I don't think it's that much.
I don't think it's that much.
So we're making soup tonight. Nice, Will. Making soup, making dinner rolls, and making veg side / salad / I don't know what to call it. Makes me wish that I had some nice sweet onion
In the house right now, but I don't. I think some sweet onion would go lovely with the broccoli and mushroom and everything else salad. Oh, where's my other half and half? There is it. We have the other half and half. The half and half has been located. Cheers, folks. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. How are we helping on this evening? What's new? What's happening? So, I'm working with lamb margaz, or a fresh version of lamb margaz. We got some purple kale, or let's just call it purple kale. Let's not use that other term. We don't like that country that much these days. We've got our oyster mushrooms I'm gonna put with the broccoli that I've had in the fridge for a couple of days because I bought it on sale and didn't have plans for it. So we made plans. And some potatoes to go in the soup. I got a can of tomatoes that I use with the soup. So yeah, that's the plan. What am I getting started with here first, though? I think that it's going to be the yeast for the yeast rolls.
Gotta be kind and rewind.
So half cup of liquid. Just a little bit of dairy.
Primarily just warm water.
Pinch of flour. Pinch of sugar. Yeasties. Then
Nice
box cake. Good stuff. I'm gonna have to make some more of those. So we'll give that a little bit of stir up here. I'm going to use this for dusting, for rolling, and then AP for the rest of this recipe, which is going to be the rest of a full cup, plus a touch more, somewhere in the ballpark of a quarter cup, depending on what the hydration levels are at the time, etc., etc. So I went a little under that for start. Mix it in and see if we need a little bit more. Leave that out for a moment too. We're waiting on that yeasties to make more bubbles than that. Debating if I want to add any like flavor or anything in tonight's dinner rolls. Little Italian herb mix. With our salt there tonight and some black pepper. You hear me spicy?
Well, you're hearing me.
Yeah. How's that, chat? Yeah, it's still sort of getting the board, but mostly the lav mic's still getting things. Okay, cool. It's just basically almost disabling the shot mic on the board. Are we talking about the kale in tonight's ingredient list? Yeah. So we'll mix in our liquid and yeasties and see what we get here as far as our mixture. I'm sure I'm going to use more flour to eventually roll these out, but we'll see. We will see. I'm gonna want to go change a couple of other things now here. See if I can't get some audio off of my shot mic now. Okay. Hopefully we're a little bit better there. Come on, get up off of the board. Stop sticking. Quarantine. No eggs and spinach fans out there? I think eggs quarantine when I think quarantine. Though I believe it's like many things, it's a classification based off of the popular ingredients of the region. Throwing a pan lets you sit for a bit. Switch over to searing some sausage here. So I'm sort of debating how I want to go about. Turn that on, start heating that up. Get that all happy for our sausages. While we wait for that to heat up a little bit, thought I'd clean up a bowl there, just try and keep on top of things. There's no way that I'm going to, but I can try. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, Nathan. There we go. So we got our lamb marguez that I'm going to grill up now. At least just get a good nice sear on it. I mean, don't have to cook it completely through since we're going to throw it in the soup, but I want to get it primarily cooked through on the grill. Nice, Nathan. How many, I'm gonna guess weeks have you been helping out Chef the Party? So you've been on Twitch for 5 years, and your first sentence in my stream was, "Hey, look at this other streamer," basically? I think Chef Party's an awesome dude. I think he did a lot of good with Team Bone-In, and yeah, Seems like this thing's barely on. Not getting hardly any heat off of this. Let's crank this thing back up here. I guess I apparently turned it down. We want it to be a bit hotter than this. It's barely even marking them right now. I'm tempted to take them off so that I can probably get a proper share on them. Throw in a couple of bags of our homemade chicken stock here. I got 2 of them that are defrosted, or rather never were frozen. And we'll mix in 1 or 2 of the older bags. Yeah, we got 1 or 2 older bags here. Start heating that up and be our base of our soup tonight. Clean up our kale on our floury cutting board. We'll reuse this again. Now we're getting some proper searing over here. Still a little under. Not too worried about the hash marks on these or being perfect with them at all with that, since we're slicing them up and throwing them in soup. I'm sure fine dining chef is pulling hair out. given up on trying to get that one nice. Thank you for the follow. Come on. Oh well. Have I ever made Oklahoma burgers on stream? To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what is an Oklahoma burger as far as what it involves. I have not. I've made many burgers on stream. Made a couple of burgers that aren't really burgers on stream. I turned off the flame on both sides of this grill now. Grill. We'll let those cool down a bit. Leave those over here for a moment. You know, maybe I have heard of that. Is it like a smash burger? Is it a thinner burger? I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be smashing the onions in if it's going to be a thicker patty, but... No, I haven't done that. I've done Juicy Lucy's and a bunch of the other typical candidates, and... Still trying to remember the name of the one... think it was a sandwich. It was like an inside-out sandwich, though. Okay, pickle dogs. Pickle dogs. Those are a Minnesota thing, though. That's not a Oklahoma. I believe I have done two different types of Juicy Lucy's. I've more recently and less successfully did a turkey Juicy Lucy. I think I sort of got to go back to that one. That one didn't work out too well. And then I did a quite successful beef Juicy Lucy. And how I want to do this for Zuppa. Oh, let me mention that here while we're here. Let me make sure I'm in the right place first. I haven't had a chance or haven't gotten around to hyping the current Discord challenge for next Wednesday. It's looking like cream cheese is going to win this one, but whichever one gets the most votes here between mint and cream cheese, I'm going to have to use as an ingredient on Wednesday to cook dinner and dessert, sweet and savory. So, yeah. What made it a flop? I think too much of the cheese leaked out on me. I had too much cheese leakage. It was escaping. Yeah, no one wants a leaky Juicy Lucy. I have not seen the menu, but I have already gotten spoiled the fact that the burger is like... I generally avoid the food movies, just because so many of them in the past... Like, I'm sure there's a couple of them that are great. But in my experience, the vast majority of them just sit there and make me cringe over how bad they're representing a restaurant. Or whatever food service. And from what I've heard, they did a pretty good job with this one too. But I mean, and they're getting better with that too. I'll admit that. But it's still Hollywood. Everything about Hollywood is formulaic these days to me. Hire X and Y actors and actresses and put in such and such quality written episode or movie, and you'll get such and such crowd. Yeah. Trying trying to spill onion everywhere. Mildly succeeding. But we can probably do some of those, and I might then actually might be a good chat reward. Is we'll do that and watch some of those in Discord. Because I don't really want to, but I mean, it's something I'd allow chat to force me to. Let's grab some garlic while we're here. Ooh, that's really starting to grow there, garlic. Garlic's happy to see us. Just plant that baby outside. My worry is I have a good idea of who the producer of this lamb marguez is, and I have a feeling that it's not going to be as spicy as I want it to be. I don't know for sure where it came from because it's labeled under the supermarket and not under the actual producer. Not the butcher that made it. But I have a pretty good guess at who the butcher was. Oh, I missed that. Burnt. I don't know much about that one. I don't even remember that one coming out. Oh wait, is that the one with what's his face? I know that's really descriptive and is going to help chat out a lot there. But more recent movie in the food world. something I found sort of interesting is I've done the Goodfellas prison dinner scene. There are not very many movie dinner cooking scenes. Like, it's all, finished food or finished plates, finished dishes. Like, there's a couple of old school movies where there was stuff that one ginormous pasta and everything in one giant pot dish. Something like Topolombo or something like that. But there's actually very little of the actual filming stuff in a kitchen in movies. So that's nicely warmed up now. I am going to pull the grill off of the stove and set that somewhere where it's relatively safe. It's pretty easy for me having cement floors. So I'm just going to set this on the floor with a towel, protecting it from anything else heat-wise. And hope that it doesn't slide. Okay, how do I want to go about the rest of this? I want to get the broccoli and mushroom ready. The dough is actually looking pretty good already. It's nice and happy tonight. My knives need work again. But like in my defense, or in my case, when it comes to things like Kitchen Confidential, the TV/movie, there were a couple of them trying to emulate the book from Bourdain. They were all horrid. They were all horrible. Hey, Greek boy. So I dumped garlic with the onions there. I'm just going to saute it all together at once. So we got this nice and warm. Now we're going to start sauteing up a couple of things. Now let's get everything else prepped. Everything else prepped. Shroomage. I'm going to give them clean cuts on bottom. Hopefully staying mostly together still after doing so. And then I'm going to break them down into smaller pieces. Don't want them I want to keep them pretty large to go with the broccoli. Turn that off now that's up the temp. It'll hold as close to boiling for quite a while. And I sort of want to do that as just one hole and it's falling apart. And this one we can actually, let's do this on the cutting board. I'll just wipe the cutting board free afterward. Oh, my mister's empty. Let's refill my mister. And this is olive oil, but I wouldn't classify it. I mean, it's extra virgin olive oil, but I still wouldn't classify it as, you know, like, it isn't the tasty stuff. It's the give them all a good mist on with the oil. Give them a good hit with salt and pepper. And start heating up the oven here. Bit more salt on this side. A little garlic powder this time. Get a pan for these ready. We'll still use that bowl for the broccoli. Now, those who have been longtime viewers of this stream know that I don't have the greatest track record when it comes to oyster mushrooms in particular and roasting them. I love them roasted. They turn out amazing they can turn out amazing when roasted. It's just many times when I do them, for some reason, it's one of those ingredients that it just doesn't work well for me. For a long time, it was rice. It was sort of silly. Long time ago, nailed rice. And it's only with roasting oyster mushrooms that, I love searing them. I love throwing them in all sorts of foods. I think they have a great flavor, especially when cooked, especially when roasted. So I'm just chopping the florets off of these. Some beautiful stems on these, though. Sort of tempted to maybe even throw the stems in with the soup. I may do just that. That's another one that one's on a list that I might actually want to see it, but not go see it. Can't go see it anymore, really. But that's one that slipped by. There's a good portion of movies that from like maybe 2005 until almost current. There's very few that I really got into. The stuff that earlier than that, I've seen a lot of, know a lot of, and like a lot of. Sort of got focused in on food and cooking and my own business and things like that. And just like video games, I'm sort of returning to video games. I can't say that I'm really returning to movies, but I should be. Yeah, that's probably a good part of it too. I even already touched on that earlier tonight. Yeah, Hollywood is a little ancho chili powder with our broccoli. The last movie that got me to go to the theater was Ford vs. Ferrari. And it wasn't bad, but I wish it was more racing than it was. So broccoli on the same pan here. A little bit more congested on the broccoli. But I'm also okay with the broccoli getting a little too toasty. We'll maybe move the mushrooms a little tighter in, because that's backwards. The mushrooms are going to get more roasty if they have more airflow. Ouch. So I think I am going to save some of this broccoli stem and throw it into tonight's soup just to use it up. And why not? Because broccoli stems are full of nutrition. I mean, they're best if they're raw, and they're amazing in like a coleslaw or a broccoli slaw. But we're also going to take leaves off. Nice. Yeah, I also have the issue where I have a nice TV, but I have a 1080p TV, and I have 4K computer monitors. Nice for the time. That I got it. How long have I had that TV? Well, I would consider updating Zeke's and consider spending that money if I felt it was going to be worthwhile to me. But like, I don't subscribe to TV services. I don't subscribe to any of the movies. I mean, I have a Prime account, but that's about it. And as it stands, I'm really tempted to try out one of these web assisted AI services. I don't know which one I want to go with. Haven't been a big fan of messing around with Bard. ChatGPT has been okay. I don't like, well, the Microsoft version is better than the free ChatGPT version, but I doubt it's anything compared to the paid version. I've started using it for... Okay, I'm gonna admit, chat. Even though I came up with the idea and knew that I could do it last week with the refried bean, I did look up the rest. I did have it create a recipe for me. For the refried bean churros, which turned out amazing, by the way. Gonna throw mushrooms and broccoli into the oven to start roasting. Well, that and like Google search is so horrid these days. Like, they've just been sitting and collecting that money, and they need to be innovating when they haven't been. I'm going to do a little bit more shape in here. Punch down our dough. Oh, they're still going to be, I mean, they're an ecosystem, and like people are not, I mean, you're still using Google DNS. They're still going to make money on advertising, even if. No, but I mean, show me a reason. Yeah, like none of them, the other ones are all that much better. I mean, there's, yeah. Pick your poison. So just simply balling these up and then putting them on the pan in a distance that I think once they proof up a bit more, they will maybe slightly be touching. And I mean, they're pretty much owning the browser scene too. I mean, unless you're using the browser with iOS standard, Microsoft bases their browser off of Chrome now, and Chrome already had a commanding lead. I wonder what the percentage of people that use Gmail, whether they use it as their email or they use it to filter their email, or they and that's without, I mean, you got to consider a percentage of these are going to school or to business that, you know, established. We use Google products, or we use, you know, how many Chromebooks are in schools these days? Which is amazing, by the way. I'm making it sound sort of negative, but so we let those poof a bit more. Heat on in the pan in the left corner there. It's the how many years have they been doing this voice stuff, and how horrible, like, I'm repeating Linus from recently, but I mean, I strongly agree with it myself, and it's something I was sort of thinking and saying beforehand. I've unplugged my voice thing from my kitchen. It used to be right there over where my van is, and like, I was basically using it as an alarm clock at this point. Like, I love doing reminders, I loved that integration, but it was so useless at anything else. Like, the voice recognition on this is like 10 times better than that was. burning arm hair here. Cut the edge of the flame right off of the side of the pan there. I think it singed some hair on my arm. Yeah, it did. I can smell that. Additionally, if you still use one of those devices, understand that it's not going to get better anytime soon. They went and took the entire team that was working on those and focused them on AI, the ones they kept. They aren't even working on developing those right now. Yep, I've been using 4 or 5 months now. I've been using nothing but like my phone now. So there's our garlic and onion for our soup. Give that a little bit of a saute before we put it in with the soup, with the base. Going to do the same with the broccoli stems, but separately because only so much pan there. You see, I can't even keep the onion in there. Hit that with a bit of salt. And granted, I realize that my phone, my computers, and probably several other devices in this house are listening to me. Is the trade-off really worth it for them to listen that everything happens in your house for an alarm? Like, if you're still using it to search, if you're still using it for other things, awesome. But I'd actually love to hear what other people use them for these days other than, yeah, turn on the lights. Which I have a couple of things that I can control with the lights, but dealing with keeping them properly linked to Google Home was like half of a problem too, because I'm not buying brand name light bulbs when it came to those. And so, you know, the light bulbs that I have, like the light bulbs that I have here on these are color changing, they're all sorts of stuff. But they've changed hands as far as what company is controlling it 2 or 3 times now. And so the software controlling it has changed 2 or 3 times now. Dad joke. Just no. Let's say no to Phil Collins in chat too. No Bolton, no Kenny G, no Phil Collins. Heat off for a moment. Get this all unstuckumed. Into the main pot. Back over here, heat back on. Bit more sunflower oil in there. Was just thinking, it's probably a great thing to do to actually support sunflower oil right now. And throw these are just going straight into the pot to bubble with everything. And we don't want to get those too brown. But I want to get this back going in the saute pan. But going back to sunflower oil, there was a shortage right at the beginning of the Ukraine crisis, or war, as I would refer it as, but whatever you want to call it, because Ukraine produces a pretty good percentage of our sunflower oil. And now that they've recovered, you know, if you want to do your part, that's probably a decent way to help support the country. I mean, you can donate directly, but I mean, there's also speaking with what you purchase too. Hence my stance on Kenny G, Michael Bolton, and now Phil Collins. I'm on the fence about you too, but no Bono. None of the load or reload eras of Metallica. Heat off on the broccoli. We're going to throw that in there now. teentiest bit of dairy. For science. Got pretty close on these, maybe a little too far away on the rolls for tonight. Oops. Board. Cutting board, not the stove. And so egg washing these. So they turn nice and pretty. And those are going in the oven just like that. We got about 11 minutes left on our veg, so hopefully that's just about right with that. I should point out that I'm just roasting the veg. I'm actually sort of okay with the veg being room temperature on this dish. We'll slice up our sausage. I'm sorry if this looks painful. This is a lamb merguez sausage, or a fresh lamb merguez. It is not duck, though duck is mighty tasty. And now you got me thinking, maybe I gotta break out that grinder and use that for with some duck. Probably the color. Duck has that lovely rosy red color. From the extra. Is it iron in the blood? I think it's iron in the blood. I'm gonna add a little water into this. Give this a little shake up, get all the goodness in the bottom of the pan here, and throw all this into the pot. But all of this is now going into the pot. Autofocus is still on. Flavor. Put the flour away. Pull out the cheat ingredients of the night. Got that ready. Don't need you anymore. Good with you for tonight. Let's see, what else can we get ready here while we're waiting on things? Potatoes are in there cooking. That's going. That's good. Ready to combine. We can mix that actually in this bowl. I decided this might be a good addition to our soup mix for tonight. A little frozen corn. Random thought, random idea. So we're playing it's in the oven game right now. Debating the idea of let's do a little bit of a slurry there. You keep teasing me with the thought of gumbo there, Zeeks, and you might get me to do it one of these days soon. At the same time, I know you're probably going to think it has to have okra, and I'm going to be like, I don't know if I want to go there. Can we do a pseudo gumbo? I mean, can I make something close to gumbo and skip the okra? So I'm going to crank up the heat for a moment on the soup to thicken it up a little bit. Give a little thickness to that chicken stock. That's what I'm working my finger around in here. I got a little oobleck going, a little cornstarch and cold water, which my finger is probably not helping. I looked for it the last time I did a gumbo and couldn't find it locally, but yeah, I'm very familiar with filet powder. You put it on at the end, like it's one of those things that you put like table side or like, because it's one of those things you want to, it's got like a table, it's got like a time to it. You know, you got to put it in there and then eat it. And so I'm waiting for this to come up. And right now what I'm waiting on is this to come up to a boil once again so we can thicken this up a little bit. Although we're about a minute away from pulling some stuff out of the oven. Well, that's not quite ready to go, I guess. Let's throw this in the freezer for a moment. Carefully. I'm going to take our roasted sausage and broccoli out here to allow it to come down to room temp. Like I said, I don't know if I necessarily want this so hot. And canceled the timer early. Yeah, those are looking yummy. To me, I've gone longer on mushrooms. I've charred mushrooms on stream. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm happy with those. That's looking nice. They got a nice little browning going on with the mushrooms. And the broccoli is just starting to get there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And turn over the broccoli. Broccoli's probably beautiful on the other side here. Oh, no real coloring there. A little bit. I want a little color there. I want a little, like, Brussels sprout char going on. Let those sit for a minute. The bread is still in here. How is our bread looking? Is our bread ready to come out? No, I'm going to give the bread another couple more minutes. Chicken, smoked sausage, bell pepper, onion, celery, Creole sauce, dark roux, drained diced tomatoes, and chicken broth. Nice. I was actually thinking of andouille for tonight's soup. I didn't see much that I liked in either of in anything even remotely close to an andouille, which is a smoked, already cooked product typically. I've seen a couple of places sell raw but smoked and then sausage, then label it andouille, but I think it's supposed to be fully cooked. I think that was, someone not knowing what they're doing, trying to make product. Just basic, yeah, I like some white wine in my sausage. I like some pepper, and maybe some heat depending on what it is. But yeah, I tend to lean towards the simpler side when it comes to a lot of sausages too. We're still not boiling over here, even though I turned that flame up a bit. Oh yeah, that's right, we're cooking potatoes, and I just threw a bunch of frozen corn in there too. So maybe that's why it hasn't started bubbling yet. Oh, horrible. Yeah, I very often, this sausage that I'm using tonight is somewhat local. And I'm cheating on the bacon actually tonight, chat. We don't need the don't chew this pack, but I'm gonna use some of that pre-made bacon in there. Speaking of products that probably taste nowhere near as good as the real thing. But we just want a little of that bacon smokiness and chew in with all of this. And then that does that. From here, I'm going to plate it, drizzle the last of my little blue cheese on it, and then I'm debating, because I have Bacos too. I'm sort of tempted to garnish with Bacos, just for the crunch. Oh, the tomatoes. Darn it. Tomatoes. I forgot the tomatoes. I'm not a big fan of green tomatoes, but I'll take it. I wonder if the Sonoma tomato guys are back in season this year. If they've started importing yet. I have seen Soda Rock stuff around. They're at least doing starters already this year. Soda Rock's one of the bigger tomato producers in Sonoma. That said, they produce huge watery tomatoes. Like, they're always bragging every year about, you know, some 2-3 pound tomato. But yeah, their tomatoes don't have flavor. You compare their tomatoes to something dry farm from a small farm, night and day. A lot of the heirlooms these days are letting me down too. Like, I used to be 100%, I would have 100% agreed with you a couple of years ago. But along with what was good about Whole Foods, things like that seem to sort of die with Amazon taking over. I sort of suspect that Amazon's play with Whole Foods was not a good one. Not one that people wanted. Okay, we got our soup back up to a boil, so we're going to carefully take our oobleck out of the freezer, stir that up a little bit, get that remixed, and start stirring that in. We have our rolls out of the oven. I'm going to pour the liquid from the can, tomato can in there. And add all of these lovelies in there too. just the last little bit of blue cheese dressing out of this jar I have. And I'm tempted, chat. I'm really tempted. In fact, I'm going for it, chat. We have the real bacon bits and the imitation bacon bits tonight. Roasted mushroom broccoli salad with bacon and bacos. Got more than I intended there. Making puns about my plastic storage containers, Zeeks. For any of those that haven't been reading in Discord, in my Minecraft world, I have royally changed up my base. I'm starting work, or at least planning, on my auto-sorting system, which is not my system. I'm integrating someone else's system and using it in my design, overall design. And yeah, it's causing a lot of changes. There's going to be a little bit of intermediary pain, but I think I'm to the point where most of my small farms have pretty much maxed out at this point, and so I'm not too worried about cutting them off for a little bit to set everything else up. Debating if I want to go in with the rest of the starch. I was a little worried I was going to use too much, but it doesn't seem to have thickened too much for me, so I think I'm going to add the rest of this in here. Where's my whisk? Need a soup bowl. Ha, Zeeks. You're on a roll. I didn't finish my coffee tonight, chat. I guess I just wasn't feeling it tonight. I've been pretty heavy with coffee lately, though. Yeah, we're a little bit thicker there now. I think that's better. Might as well add a pinch of salt in here since my stock is rather low salt. And I didn't do anything for those tomatoes. And I didn't do anything for several of those things that went in there. Also going to add favorite ingredient on stream here. Nice shake of MSG in there. Does that look thick to you? I mean, I know it's thicker than water. But I think we're getting to that point here. Is it time to add our kale into the party? This soup is going to be so much better with some more time to it. Like, this is going to be so much better tomorrow. Like, this is one of those, this is like, you know, stuffing and stuff like that. You do this ahead of time. Like, because the tomatoes are going to be better hanging out. The potatoes are going to be better hanging out. The sausage is going to infuse everything for hanging out longer. But now we're adding that controversial ingredient. Give it just long enough to come up to bubble again. And we'll start plating. Certainly think tonight and the last stream are certainly eat the rainbow color nights, or eat the rainbow nights. Some beautiful color there. Some toasty bottom rolls. Some sage Advice to you, Zeke. Quit while you're ahead. Who wants soup, chat? Please don't be making noise. Nice, Zeeks. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this soup. This soup's looking mighty tasty here. Mighty, mighty tasty. I think I am going to call it a stream here, folks. Greatly appreciate y'all joining in with me today. We're gonna have some more fun on Tuesday. I don't think I have a menu plan for Tuesday, but more fun on Tuesday. Wednesday we got the ingredient challenge, whether it's cream cheese or what's the challenger? What's challenging cream cheese this week? Mint. Oh, Manny Matheson. So, get your votes in Discord whether you want mint or cream cheese as the challenge ingredient this week. And I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining in with me tonight. And I hope to see you back on Tuesday. Good night.